What's going on, everybody? Andy here, back with another video. Welcome to Bliss Brick Studios. Hope you're having a great day. Today, I'm going to do a little bit of a state of the studio video. I recently got back from a work trip that allowed me to go to Billund, Denmark, where I toured the Lego house. And I've intentionally been kind of pausing Lego activity for the last couple months because I've been really deep into some other projects that I've been doing outside of Lego in my life. But I'm ready to get back to some things in here. And there are projects everywhere. And so I've been making some changes behind the scenes. I thought you guys might enjoy kind of seeing where things are at. So my plan for today's video is just to take you around the studio, kind of show you what's going on and talk through a little bit of what you guys might expect to see here in the studio in sort of the second quarter here of 2026. Yeah, I'm going to take you around, show you some things, and we'll kind of talk through them as we go. So let's check out the studio. All right, guys, so I thought for today, maybe we'd actually start here at the top of the steps. So I'm upstairs on the main floor of our house, and this basement entryway actually has a ton of potential. There are these huge blank walls, and I would love to do something with these soon, especially in this big blank spot right here. So I'm hoping to do a mosaic of either the Lego logo or the Bliss Brick Studios logo there. And then here is how the main display room is looking at the moment. We will just do a very quick tour here. Over the summer of 2025, I got rid of my alpha shelving for the time being. And then I built all these new tables, but then I have not really had time to pull the city together. I worked really hard on this Winter Village scene, which has now been broken down. It was displayed upstairs during the holidays. And then just kind of threw the city together over here for some folks that came over to the house during the holidays as well. And down below, this is kind of my pile of shame here. It's just a bunch of random. It's not random. Like if I go through it, I kind of know what some of it is, but I really, really want to get this stuff straightened up. And then this is where my daughter hangs out and likes to play. And she gets really excited about builds. And as you can see, she'll start them here, but then, you know, she'll kind of move on to some other things. And I'd like her to have a spot because her builds keep ending up in the build room on the floor. So one of the projects we have here is just work on cleaning up this spot. This is about 10 projects, but basically one bin at a time. I want to take all this stuff out here and sort of downsort it and get it usable again. I also want to figure out some kind of drape to cover the table. We need to fix the Mills plates on the edge of the baseball stadium here. And then in future videos soon, we're going to be rethinking this entire layout for the city and starting to kind of not scrap it, but just start from a corner and really start trying to get some work done. I've also got some new brick here that I was selling online. I'm not really actively doing that anymore. I'm kind of looking to get out of the buying and selling of Lego overall because I really, really want to be focused on building custom mocks and of a variety of kinds. I want to do mosaics and, of course, city type things, architecture things. You guys know I love those things. And I'm just trying to allocate as much of my time as possible to the hobby and not to selling. So we may end up just taking these drawers and integrating them into a sort of a backlog system. So I've also got a bunch of brand new tubs in that box there. We've got an unbuilt Scion set there. I mean, there's a lot to go through. So, and then deep under the tables is kind of where we are putting some family storage. This back wall needs some attention. And then in here we've got just a bathroom, and then this is my build studio, which you guys have seen on prior videos. I used to have the build wall lit up. There were some LED lights and they seem to have died. So I've got some more over here. They need to be installed. You can see this down here is just kind of a mess. I've got parts everywhere. And then I got a 3D printer recently and started doing the custom builds. Let's see here. I think, yeah, this drawer, you can see I kind of made some headway. And so we have a lot of work to do to get all those drawers printed. And then I'm going to go ahead and expand my part storage from part type to part type plus color. So right now, the drawers are like 1x1 brick. And I'm going to go ahead and convert this to something closer to this, where all the light gray is in one place. And then that way, if I'm building, I just find, I could talk about this for a long time and maybe we'll do it on another video. But in short, I think it's really important that the parts are not just sorted, but that they're sorted in a way that is conducive to creativity and building. And I would love to talk about that more on another video. So the part wall is in good shape, but some new parts have come out that need new stickers. So I'm going to be working on that in the coming months to try to get that figured out. And then you'll see a couple of random ones here that have like just drawer numbers on them. And those are part of my Bricklink store, as are those 6 acro mills up here. And I think I'm going to move all of those to the far 2 columns over here, because we have this like air duct here and it's a little harder to see under here. It's like slightly darker. And I'm thinking maybe we just put those in this row. And this is all minifigure. This is all Star Wars PC stuff, other topics. And then down there is nature. And then this is all like minifigure accessories. And I'm thinking I take all of that and put it up here above my parts so that they're a little easier to access. And then all of my parts that are for sale would live over there. And again, the goal is to kind of condense those down. A lot of these Bricklink drawers are not full. They've been kind of, bought out, and I could condense that. But I really, really want to get in the business of using parts. I think I've been in this hobby now for pretty much 10 years since I got back in. And, when you get excited about Lego, you tend to buy a bunch of stuff. You tend to pick up sets. You tend to pick up used lots on Facebook. I've been through that entire cycle, and I am realizing that the space and the time to keep up with everything is, not unlimited, of course. And so I really am hoping to pare down some of these things and get in the habit of burning through bricks. I want the bricks to come in, and there can be a subconscious temptation, like here's a bag of white masonry bricks, and it's nice to have them on hand, but the goal should be to use all of those. All these really nice nature parts down here, the goal is to deploy them and get them into a custom mock or out into the city. So there's much, much more. This here is my Lego refurbishment projects. This is another thing I'm interested in doing, is as I get collections in and things, there are some sets that are clearly in there, and I do want to start kind of rebuilding some of the classic sets from the prior years, 80s and 90s stuff for sure, but even other things. And I had these in bins, and I noticed it was really hard to get the lids on and off every time you'd pick up a piece. And so I'm going to be trying to do like weekly work, pulling from the collections to get these in, making wanted lists and getting them built and on display. And then this is just bulk, like overflow stuff. Like this is all minifig stuff. This is all bulk angled stuff. And I think maybe this needs to get put into some bins or something and go under the city. We will have to figure that out. I'd also like to get the 3D printer in here, and I'd like to get these walls decorated. So yeah, lots and lots of stuff. And then of course there's the beginnings of the part sorting, which is down here. That is the state of things. Just wanted to kind of check back in with you guys. I also am trying to do more frequent videos that are maybe a little bit shorter. And that way you guys have more stuff to check out more frequently. So if you're new here, my name's Andy. This is Bliss Brick Studios. Would love it if you would hit that subscribe button down below. And most importantly, let me know what order you would tackle some of these projects in. Leave me a comment. I always enjoy hearing from you guys. I read all of them. And I'm going to get to work on some of these things. Until then, I will see you in the next video. Take care. See ya.